Bubble Boy is in fact a real movie. I remember.
I've never seen it, thankfully.
Back when I worked at Radio Shack
Mhm.
in the 90s, I had a guy that I worked with. His name was Joe. Not you, Joe. Another Joe.
Not me.
Joe, I don't think
I was
you were
probably much too young to work at Radio Shack at the time.
Absolutely. And this would have been
If I was alive.
like 98, 99.
Yeah, I would have been 3.
Yeah. So he and I would get into arguments all the fucking time because he loved the movie Bubble Boy because like he had lead poisoning or something. I don't know. So he liked the movie Bubble Boy, but he would fucking argue with me all the time that the lead of Bubble Boy was the same lead of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I'm like, that is Jake Gyllenhaal. This is, I can't remember his name. What's his
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. He would always argue with me. No, it's the same person in both movies. I'm like, you're obviously having a flare-up of your lead poisoning right now because you're so wrong. And but the thing was,
just going off of screens or like stills, I can kind of see how if you squinted or had really bad eyesight.
But the problem was, and he was older than me, not a whole lot, but older enough that like going to the internet to confirm something wasn't a thought that really happened back then.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So he and we would go fucking round and round. He also liked the movie Kangaroo Jack.
Hey, that's a good movie.
Hang on, I gotta boot Tyler real quick.
That's a movie that I watched when I was so little that I only know that it exists.
I went to
exactly when I was like 6. It was amazing.
Like a friend date. Yeah.
It was a blatantly falsely advertised.
It
movie.
was. It absolutely
Again, when I was
was.
like 6, it was amazing.
I can believe that, but the problem is, I was in my late teens and he was in his 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not the age where you will die on a fucking hill talking about what a masterpiece Kangaroo Jack was.
Okay, that's fair.
Anyway,
I don't know that there's any appropriate time to die on a hill for Kangaroo Jack.
There's not. This episode of Defenders of Cobalt is brought to you by Shitty Movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think every episode, right?
It is. Jake, give us a movie that is shitty that people should watch.
Oh God. I don't know.
I got you.
The thing with shitty movies is once I see them, they just blunt against the front of my brain and try to be forgotten as quickly as possible.
Okay. So Jake's
we should do
recommendation
controversial
is The
shitty
Happening.
movies that we don't like.
Oh, yeah, Jurassic Park, what a piece of trash that one is.
Yeah, not the Chris Pratt one. Jake loves those.
I haven't
God
seen
damn it.
Good.
Okay, I'll throw it out there. My shitty movie I don't think anyone should watch is Killing of a Sacred Deer. Because once again, I don't want to hear Colin Farrell talking about giving hand jobs to the people that he gave hand jobs to in that movie.
I honestly don't know why I watched the movie past that scene.
I watched it past that scene because Ashley wanted to watch the movie. So I hung on there. That way she wasn't on that trauma trip on her own.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tyler, what's a movie?
If we're talking about movies that you should never watch, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a terrible, terrible indie superhero movie where the villain's big thing is taking away their superpowers. And one of the guy's superpower was that he couldn't feel pain.
The Incredibles.
Darkman?
That might have been Darkman.
Darkman, the original Darkman.
That's Darkman 3.
Oh, okay.
Die, Darkman, die.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the original Darkman.
I vaguely remember watching it on DVD. And
I will put Darkman 3 on my list of shitty movies.
Okay.
Darkman sounds like one of those movies that they made up in another movie.
They did, actually.
Didn't they
Sam
make that up?
Raimi initially wanted to do a movie of The Shadow, but he couldn't get the rights. So he's like, Darkman.
Yeah. Darkman. It
Defender
is
of the
Liam
Dark
Neeson.
Man.
Okay.
His only powers is he's really fucking angry. He can't feel pain. And because he's so angry and can't feel pain, he has slight super strength. And
It sounds
he,
like Unbreakable.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
he's got a
that's it.
really good, like,
That's what it was.
hyper realistic mask that he can create, but it only lasts for so long.
In somewhat.
yeah.
99
I
90
absolutely,
minutes
the
in somewhat.
original Darkman's great.
Yeah.
All right, John,
Yeah. What do you want?
a movie you think people should avoid.
The Thingy.
The thing, I'm not familiar
Not to be
with the
confused
thing.
with the thing.
So the Thingy is about a sentient placenta.
Oh, you've told me about this
Oh.
before.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh god.
It's not. It's low budget, and it's not.
I hope so.
It gets fucking weird.
Is it-
And
Is it like teeth?
Oh
no.
no.
it's just. It's a lot of discussion about existentialism and weirdness, and it's not paced well, we'll say.
Okay.
Okay.
Now here, the real fucking hot spot. Dan, what's your answer?
I've actually been having to go look it up because I couldn't remember what the movie is called. And I'm not sure if I should tell you not to watch this movie or that you need to watch this
What
movie.
is it? Let's start with that.
Well, let me find it. Project Shadow Chaser Beyond the Edge of Darkness, also known as Project Shadow Chaser, also known as Project Shadow Chaser 3000. It's got like 4 different titles for this.
Holy
fucking
That's a
movie.
great start.
I'm gonna Google
And
that.
there's
Project
4
Shadow
of them,
Chaser?
and they all have the same problem where they're all known by like 4 different titles.
All right, tell us about this movie.
What the fuck is this?
I don't really remember anything about it other
Oh.
than like they're on a ship in space and it crashes into an abandoned mining vessel with a murderous android on it, and it has just lots of horrendous shots. Like, I don't know.
It's in space. It's got the FBI.
Maybe the first one. The first one was
The
filmed.
Space FBI.
The first
Tyler.
one was filmed in the old set of Aliens 3. They just reused
Oh.
the set.
I mean, why
Nice.
wouldn't you? Tyler, why did I just get a Steam notification that you're playing a game?
I don't know. We're not playing our game yet, so
Oh,
waiting
okay.
for
That's
Joe
fair.
to be done, or Dan to be done talking.
There you go. I didn't know anything. It looks like it was a French film originally.
Oh God, the French are insane.
I'm torn between telling you to go watch it because it's amazingly bad, or don't watch it because it's really bad.
I'm gonna have to look this up and give it a try.
Okay, if you
So-
want to do that sometime, we can like have a movie night or something.
There we go.
My- My disclaimer with the Thingy is that I watch people trying to do like a MST 3K type thing with this movie, and by the end of it, I felt bad for them that
Oh
they
God.
were paid to sit through and had to watch this movie.
Okay.
See, a lot of my bad movies are watched through Elvira, so
Mm,
like Evil Bong.
that's fair. Real quick,
No, that's
Jake,
fine.
explain to Joe who Elvira is.
A very sexy lady dressed in black. She has a very gothic appearance and a Southern Valley girl
Goth Dolly Parton.
attitude.
She's the goth Dolly Parton. So Joe, you've learned
That
something
would help me
today.
if I knew who Dolly Parton was.
Jesus Christ.
Oh Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
Working.
I can't with you, Joe.
9 to 5.
I'm the same age as you. How do you
Taylor
not know Dolly
Swift.
Parton?
You two
I've
have
heard
had
the name, but I have no clue what they look
Her
like.
cup size is too large for Joe's family to allow him to have
It's
Yeah.
bigger than his head. That's the problem.
Yeah.
yeah.
Old
right.
Taylor Swift with 2 coconuts stuffed in her shirt.
Coconuts is an undersell.
That's still not enough. 2
Cantaloupes?
cantaloupe.
Are-
I don't
She's
know.
got 2 coconuts banging them together.
Oh my god.
There it is.
Joe, what's your movie, man?
I'm going for a controversial. I think people like this movie, but I hate it. And it's Snowpiercer.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know we weren't friends anymore.
Did not like that movie at all.
Okay, why?
Who's the
I
one, Joe?
enjoyed Snowpiercer, but I recognize it is flawed.
I
series was
don't
really good.
like pseudo surreal movies, and
It
it's,
was pseudo surreal. Yeah.
Did you watch the series?
No, I did not.
Did the
You
series
should
on
check the
TNT?
series. They grounded it some in the series. Yeah.
Okay,
I agree. Like, I enjoyed Snowpiercer. I did. I thought it was a fun thought idea. It not anywhere near as pseudo surreal as like Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Among the Shadows, that's a crappy movie. It's got Lindsay Lohan in it, and
Ew.
all of her parts are green screened in after the movie was already shot.
Wow.
Oh,
Nice.
that's weird.
Yeah,
Anyway,
very weird.
Anyway,
I can dig that joke because you don't like pseudo surreal. So, and there's
Yeah.
definitely some scenes in Snowpiercer that just logically don't make any fucking sense.
The whole movie feels like it's going back and forth between I'm supposed to feel invested in this, and now I'm being preached to about a parable analog for something that the director wants to
Okay.
tell me about.
I can dig that. I still like it. You're still wrong, but that's fine.
That's what I was going for controversial. I know a
Okay.
lot of people that
Yeah.
fight me over that. They say that it is a fantastic movie, and it's rated well. A lot of people
It is
like
a good
but
movie. I won't say it's a fantastic movie. It is a
Yeah.
good movie.
I definitely wouldn't say it's like objectively bad. It's or anything.
Yeah.
Like I can see why people like it, but it
Yeah.
just doesn't hit for me at all.
All right. Well, that was the show tonight, folks. We'll
All
see you
right.
next week. Anyway, we're here to play some Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the goddamn show. We are 11 minutes in and haven't even started the game. You're fucking welcome. We're playing Pathfinder. I don't know what that is. Yoda
know.
Smog, explain yourself. April is out sick tonight.
Yeah.
She sent me a text and said that she's not feeling well, and so we hope you get feeling
Mine
better.
said her spleen has detached from her body.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
spleen
Most-
Currently armed and on the loose.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Spleen man.
Spleen man.
Does Spleen Man live in Florida?
Yes.
Okay.
It immediately migrated to Florida.
Can we
it
make Spleen
sprouted
Man
some
feel
goose
pain?
wings and flew to Florida.
I don't know if Spleen Man feels anything.
I don't think they can. Anyway, Joe, who the fuck are you playing?
I'm playing Basil, the druid leshy basil plant.
Very nice. Dan, who are you playing?
The half halfling, half elf,
Once again,
gunslinger, gunsmith, three-quarterling.
three-quarterling. That's it.
I wrap it all up at the end.
I appreciate that. Very good. John, who are you playing, man?
I'm playing Bitey. I am a goblin barbarian. I bite things. Frogs are my friends.
Nice. Frogs are your friends. That's indeed. Tyler, a much more conscious Tyler.
Hey, yes, I got a CPAP, so I can breathe now.
Oh, the
That's
CPAPs are
good.
good. They
Yeah.
equal good sleep.
That's
They,
big.
they really do. So I'm playing Grong, who is a orc monk. Confuse myself real quick. Who punches things really hard.
And there was something I was supposed to talk to you about pre-stream,
Uh-oh.
but I got sidetracked by movie talk. So we'll talk about it on stream
Okay.
after Jake introduces us to who he's playing.
I will be playing Akuro, who is a Tengu kineticist of air and fire.
Very nice.
That's my air and fire.
I finally figured out your name. I like it.
Yes.
Oh, Kuro. Is that right, Jake?
Yes, it is.
It's a crow pronouncing his own name.
Yeah.
A crow.
Akuro.
I like it.
Yeah. So let's do a recap, and then we'll get into the things that Tyler needs to know. So Tyler, you may or
Yes.
may not remember as we ended the last session you were conscious for. Basil was following a path of tulips, heading south. Eventually, this path of tulips, you crest this hill, you look down, and you see there's this monstrously huge hammer glass logging camp. And I mean, I'm talking giant population, maybe of 1,000s. Towards the center of the camp, buildings are converting to permanent structures, wooden, stone buildings. Towards the edge, still dealing with canvas. Off to the side was another camp, and these were like tents and stuff, but they were like velvet with gold trim. Very,
Ooh.
very nice. And this path of tulips led to that camp. as you all approached it, you found a tent in the back. Like, you entered the camp and the people there were like, hey, just don't be a dick. We got merchants and shit. You found out that this was the camp belonging to the mercenary company known as the Bloody Marches.
Of course they have nice velvet tents.
Of course they do. But as you head to the back, Basil led you into this tent, and you found out there was a handful of animals in cages. There was a man sleeping in a hammock, and there was also another Leshy in a cage. And this Leshy, it was for those who know plants and shit, it was a white wood aster, kind of forest flower. The Leshy was named Aster. You all freed the animals and the flower. You killed the person sleeping in the tent. And then you all managed to escape successfully. Now, I remember one of you tricked the other people, and I don't remember who did that tricking.
Basil.
Basil?
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
So
We fought the hunter guy. We killed him, and then I put him back in his bed, and people
That's
came to investigate.
yeah.
We
was like,
immediately
he's asleep.
disregarded the first rules. We
Yeah.
were dicks.
That's it. And then so you all traveled for a while with Aster with you, saying, hey, please escort me to like the Druid Cove. And you did. Now, this is the part that you kind of need to be in for, and sadly you weren't here to kind of react to this, but so we'll choose it as information you know, and moving forward in the future you can react how you will. In the night, it was Bitey and Apha's watch. They noticed there was a small group of very small humanoids moving up to ambush the party. But Bitey recognized them as goblins, called out, realized that they were some distant familial relationships with these goblins. The name of the goblins were Gloves, because he has extra thumbs on the back of his hands. Stinky, because he's stinky. Sexy, because he's sexy. Gummo, because I believe he didn't have any teeth. And then finally Nelly, because she had an extra set of legs. So very kind of centaur looking. They joined the group for the night. They kind of camped with you all, shared food. But Bitey, do you remember what you found? What information you received there, Bitey?
They wanted to go and get a book on punching people from the dragon.
Yeah, so very specifically, Grung, is they invited the group to head back to their group, their clan, their tribe, up in the hills surrounding the Monastery of the Dragon's Tail, which is where Grung learned his learning from. Because they have a secret tunnel and they want to go steal a book from the punchy people to teach the goblins how to punch better.
Okay.
But you all had your own task to do, so Bitey declined. You then crossed the river south, and you are now in the very northern edges of Long Forest, with the goal of escorting the Leshy Aster to the Druid's Grove. Now, the Druid Grove, Basil kind of hails from. So Basil knows the area, Aster knows the area. You're trying to get Aster home. Any questions, Tyler?
No.
Okay. Then I am going to click over on my
Wait,
session.
were they?
Yeah.
Do we know whether or not they were kobolds?
They
Because
were
they sure sound like they were
goblins.
kobolds.
They
Okay.
were goblins. Same as Bitey.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, they were relatives of Bitey was the
Mhm.
deal. Got it.
Like
I
cousins
imagine
or
all
something.
goblins are distant relatives.
They are. It's a very close-knit circle.
Chuck did leave out the beaver hats.
I did leave out
You
the beaver
did.
hats. Not wildly. So here's the thing. They're Grung. When the party freed Aster, there was a handful of animals. John, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
I like the story.
Handful of animals. Let me see if I can get my notes to remember what these animals were. There was an angry fox, a beaver, a flash beetle, a giant centipede, and a giant shrew, as well
And
as
a
a
snapping
snapping turtle.
Okay.
After you freed the party, like the snapping turtle kind of helped in the fight. Immediately, Aoife, being a cat, took a shining to the beaver. Not what you would think. She immediately said that would make a great hat. And so it was kind of this dynamic between Basil and Aoife. Basil, there's no need to kill this innocent creature. You're not doing it for food or survival. Please don't. Aoife, I like hats. As the night went on.
Duality.
Yeah, the
The eternal
duality.
crisis.
As you all camped with the goblins, Ava did mention to Nellie, because Nellie and Ava are now besties. Ava mentioned that she would really like that beaver hat because the beaver decided fuck Ava and was following the group, like trying to be sneaky. So Nellie ran out with her 4-legged goblin speed, murdered the shit out of the beaver,
Oh.
took the top half of it and made it into a hat for herself, for Nellie for herself, and took the bottom half of it and made it into a hat for Ava. So they're
Okay.
each wearing half of a beaver corpse.
Okay.
2 hats for the price of 1. It's very.
That's for the price of 1.
I mean, if you're gonna kill a beaver for a hat, that's the way to do it.
It really is.
Yeah.
2 hats, 1 beaver. It's a famous
Yeah.
stream on
Oh, yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Don't look that up.
No, I had a hard time watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you do, wait until after stream.
Yeah. We don't want to hear about it.
Copyright Defenders of Cobalt.
Copyright Defenders of Cobalt.
Of course.
Fucking
okay.
solo cups. They owe us some money.
Go to our
No.
Only Hats site and you can watch the whole thing.
Meat spin. Anyway, as you all made it across the river, that's where we're starting up. We are in the forest official now. On the map, let me get bumped over real quick to see if I got this shit lined up right. I do. Look at that shit. Every now and then I don't fuck up.
Just every now and then, though.
Every now and then. So, stream, you will see that this location, that's the party location, because it's clearly labeled, like read. And Basil and Aster would know that this fancy looking tree is the Druid's Grove, where you're all kind of needing to go to return Aster to home. Basil, this will be kind of a homecoming for you because your earliest memories are kind of this grove.
Mm-hmm.
And another piece of information I'm going to throw out there. Now, Basil,
Mm-hmm.
talking about your earliest memories. Your first memories is like you just remember just kind of waking up one day in the forest, a happy basil plant surrounded by your family, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, all the other creatures of the forest, kind of your family. And there was a person there who looked, how do I want to phrase this? Lovingly at you in kind of like a paternal kind of sense. And Basil, you would remember that as a human by the name of Eldranthier the Verdant Guardian. And
Fancy.
Raised you from the sapling, they did.
And you always remember,
Maybe.
he was
I
the
don't know.
protector of the forest. He was the one who promoted and taught the rules of balance, of, the cycle of life.
Crazy story.
Yeah,
His great-great-grandson is Old Man Jenkins.
he loves pumpkins.
He loves pumpkin.
All
The
about
estranged
Really
finance.
son
narrowed
of the
his
family.
focus over time.
But yeah, your druidic kind of knowledge, a lot of that all originated from him, along with a lot of the other Leshy. Because in this druid grove, the animals of the forest, the elves, the gnomes, and the Leshy are all there, and they all look up to this Eld Ranthier
Mhm.
as a position of like reverence, like paternal, like, yeah, they all look up to him. So that's information that you know as just you. Question?
I do have a question of, I don't know if Basil would have encountered this or not, but does Basil know how outsider people are treated if they come to the Grove? Are they very
Outsiders in the Grove itself, and you would know this, Basil,
okay?
almost never happen. But they do happen occasionally.
Mhm.
And kind of the things that you would know for an outsider to enter the Grove safely. There's a few things. One, you have to respect the forest, and you have to respect the cycle of the forest. This is the food chain, right? A lot of
Almost all
times,
of us will be able to get into this Grove.
except for the person who's not here tonight. Fortuitous, maybe. The majority, so Basil, like, I kind of imagine Basil as not being a permanent resident of the Grove, because I feel like
Yeah.
Basil's definitely got some wanderlust.
Mhm.
But Basil, your experience with outsiders in the Grove, usually people who are injured, people who need help, traveling through long forest, as long as they are respecting the forest and the cycle, they're not taking what it doesn't need to be taken, things like that. They will find themselves in the Druid's Grove being kind of tended for, taught. They're expected to carry their weight until they're well enough to travel on. And then they do. Not always. Sometimes people become permanent residents. You are not familiar with that, but you've heard of that.
Okay.
That's when they get turned into plants.
Could be. I mean, it's not the worst thing.
Basil was people once. Now he just plant people.
Oh no.
So, we begin the session with you all traveling southwest. Who I would imagine, this is me going out on a limb. Please correct me, party, if I am making an assumption that is not correct. I would imagine the Basil's kind of leading the way.
Probably.
That would make a lot of
That's
sense
fair.
in this case, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Akuro, you go with that?
Yes.
All right,
I think
Basil.
in general too, I've got I've got survival and medicine and nature.
Yeah.
So even if we weren't going to the Grove, I would probably be navigating while we're in forest and vegetated areas.
Let me get up the.
And I can
character
help
sheet.
at least because I also have nature and survival.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
So I'll leave it. Here's what we're gonna do. John, remind me on how assistance works in this system.
So the person assisting is going to roll that check, and they need to get a 20 or better.
Okay.
On a 20, or if they succeed on the check, they will lend a +2. If they were to score a 30 by some miracle or roll a nat 20, that would give a +4.
Okay. So Rowan, your choice, survival or nature. Please roll it for me.
They're the same. So
Okay.
let's say survival.
That
Good
is
enough for
18.
one.
Oh, also I forgot. It is the start of the session.
20.
The max hero points is 3. So if you're not at 3, please increase your hero points by 1. So sadly, Dan, you do help. You don't hinder, but we will be leaning on Basil's test to carry this check forward.
I think survival is good. Give it a roll.
That's a great roll.
22.
Absolutely. So Basil, name me a creature of the forest.
Creature. Elk.
Ooh.
As you're traveling along, you come across the pained cries of an animal. And Basil, you would recognize this as the pained cries of an elk. As you
Okay.
kind of move along your path, you step in and you see that there's this majestic looking elk. Antler rack. I mean, it looks, yeah. And you can see that it is lying on the ground. And one of its we'll go with one of its front legs is trapped. It is Basil, you spent enough time with people who aren't of the forest, and the rest of you would be familiar with like a bear trap, that kind of trap. And it's one of its forelegs is trapped. And you can see that the leg is clearly, the bone is shattered. The leg is turned at an unnatural angle. There's blood on the ground. It looks like it may have been here at least maybe an hour. You can hear the cries of pain from the elk. You can see that it doesn't have a lot of strength left, but this is a human trap, and it is a cruel one. And Basil, you're kind of the first to come across this, with the assistance of Rowan kind of helping you scout and make sure the way is safe. Because once again, Rowan is the three-quarterling, so he's got some of that fey blood in him. So the forest is kind of a natural feeling place for you. Anyway, Basil, this is what you see. This is what you come across. This is what you find.
Okay. Do I see? Okay, I see it. There's like a trap.
It's trapped. Foreleg. It is on the ground. A leg bone very clearly shattered. It is going to die. Because with a creature like this, there is no survival if one of its legs is inoperable.
Mm-hmm. I think first thing I'll do, I'm going to use my cornucopia
Okay.
cast, and I'm just going to make like a small thing of berries for this elk to eat, and it heals it by a D6 plus 4.
Here's my question for you. You create this cornucopia. Are you going to feed it immediately with its leg in this trap?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to make that and like kind of set it to the side to
What
get
kind of
it,
berry did you make?
like it's like a blackberry.
Okay.
A good berry.
Something that you would notice in the forest. Yeah. Blackberry, mulberry, something along those lines.
Have any of the rest
something
of
like
us
that.
seen this yet, Chuck?
Yeah, the rest of you would have followed up behind Basil. So all of you see this scene. Basil was the first. Like Basil, like maybe you heard the cries of pain before everyone else and kind of diverted your course a little bit to come across this. And so yes, the rest of you very clearly see this injured animal.
Bitey will come
And I
up.
feel like Basil's not too inquisitive about it. Like he's more concerned with just relieving the pain as fast as he possibly can. So he's running up, he's creating this berry, he's putting it close enough to it that it can smell it and trying to get its mind off of the pain a little bit while he's starting to free the trap.
Don't you have animal empathy?
I do, yes.
Okay. You would get a sense of fear. And it is a sense of like worry that like something is coming.
Okay.
Yeah. Bitey, you were saying something.
I was saying I was going to come up and just like wrench open the jaws on the trap.
Okay. Wrenching open the jaws on the trap. Immediately, I will allow an athletics test. Let me look at any other. I would also allow a thievery test. What's that, Dan?
I was going to say, I may have a way to help too. I do have improvised
You know
tool.
what? I've got assurance in thievery, or not in thievery, in athletics. Does a 17?
17 will do it. 17 will do it. Okay. So Dan, you've got improvised tools.
Yeah, and maybe that's not needed then. If that's enough, I was like, we could make like a lever or something.
Well, here's the thing: 17 on its own, it's gonna be dangerous. if Rowan leverages his improvised tools to kind of like make a lever or something to help stop this trap from coming immediately snapping shut, the 17 will carry. So
I gotta
between
roll craft, but
well, you better roll craft and hope you don't fuck up.
um,
And just lose some fingers. That's fine.
Who needs fingers? You're not a gunslinger.
I got keepers.
Yeah.
I like to picture Basil's like.
No.
Do you want to use a
I don't
hero
know
point?
what I don't know. It doesn't say if I actually need to roll it. It's the thing. I'm not sure.
Let me look at your character sheet. And John, I don't know if you have access to view this.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry.
So what are you trying to do, Dan?
We're looking
Improvised tool.
at, yeah, we're looking at Dan's skill set.
I don't see like a test that's needed for it.
Improvised tools. Maybe it not. You can.
It's
yeah,
a
come
repair
up-
check.
What's that?
Basically, it lets you improvise a tool when you don't have a repair kit for repairing something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you could craft like a crowbar type item.
Yep.
Okay. So
DC in that would be pretty low.
yeah, 7's
Ow.
not going to carry it though, Dan.
Was that would just be like a pure crafting?
Yeah.
Well, this is specific for Dan coming up with
okay.
a tool kit that would kind of help.
Yeah. I'll spend a hero point and reroll. Why not?
Okay.
Can
Are you want to help out there, Tyler?
okay. Well,
No,
if you didn't
no.
roll on that 20, I was going to offer
I
assistance. with
think. I
opening the
think as
trap.
I see people kind of scrambling now to help with stuff, I would call out that, like, what I'm sensing from the animal.
Mm-hmm.
I trust his senses that something's around here. So I'd say,
Yeah.
like, I think something's nearby. Like,
Yeah.
I think it saw something.
Okay.
So let other people know, maybe to
Yeah.
have a look out.
So between Rowan's improvised tool, your pry bar to kind of wedge the, because like, I don't know if you're all familiar with how a bear trap works. It's got these slide brackets on the side that kind of keep the spring mechanism from going off. But between Bitey's strength and Rowan's ingenuity, you're all able to wedge this trap open enough that this elk can get its leg out. Basil, at that moment, do you feed it?
Yeah, once it's free.
Dan, what did you mean to say there in chat?
The order 60. Oh, until the day comes up.
That makes way more sense.
I wasn't looking when I typed it. I was
No, and I saw it. I'm like,
yeah.
You know, yeah,
clearly
whatever,
that is a
just-
typo.
Yes.
Another flare up.
Yeah. Let me
Okay.
get my lead fishing weight out of my mouth here.
Anyway,
I like to
Lead
suck on it
poisoning.
sometimes. Yeah.
yeah. So Bitey, Rowan, the two of you get this elk free. Basil, do you feed it a berry? Please
Yep.
roll me your d6. Grung, a Kuro.
Perception.
Yeah, go and give me a
Start
perception.
looking for-
Yeah.
That'd
Jake,
be 8 total.
8 total. 8 is enough. You see that the leg straightens itself out. You can hear cries of pain from the elk as the bone begins to knit itself.
Mhm.
It will definitely have a limp for a little bit.
Oh
Grung, that's not great.
no, it's not.
Fine.
So
Also not
Jake,
too bad.
Tyler, either of you want to use a hero point?
I'll use a hero point.
Jake is tactically holding off on answering that
I-
question.
I will spend a hero point as well.
Okay.
I've got them to spare.
Oh, that is a good turnaround. At least for Jake. Tyler, 12.
Yeah,
It
still
is
the same
far
thing.
better. Absolutely, it is. But we're going to give this to Akuro. As the Basil, Rowan, Bitey are freeing this elk, healing this elk, Jake, you kind of start looking around and you don't pick up signs of anything approaching, but you do pick up signs in the foliage of the forest of very uncareful movements, at least when it comes to like the denizens of the forest, the animals that live in the forest. This is uncharacteristic. Broken limbs, plants, very clearly creating a trail that heads a little more west than the direction that you've been heading. So you pick up the trail of whatever put this trap here.
Can we judge how long ago it was?
I'll tell you what, with a 12, I do think that is enough to kind of pick up that kind of information. At least like 12 hours.
Okay.
What you're looking at?
I think there's maybe a guy, or maybe a scared something or other, possibly a scared guy, moving off in that direction.
Did you want to follow it?
I mean, we got denizens of the forest to
yeah.
warn of logging and whatnot, but
Well, they probably know about the logging.
oh yeah, let's go beat them up.
Okay. So
Bitey will
Yeah.
put his nose to the pointed out track because I actually have.
Mhm.
some scent-based capability.
I do.
Okay.
I don't think this person's a friend of the forest. Hunting with something that lets the animals suffer for this long is not good.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a medicine test there, Basil.
Okay. Uh, 16.
16's good. 16 good. Easily, this creature, this elk, has been laying here injured just from the dried blood in its fur and on the ground around it. Easily 3 to 4 hours
Mm.
in this level of excruciating pain. And as soon as like you kind of free it, Basil, you would get the empathetic a thank you kind of from the elk, gratitude, relief, fear that there's still something coming for it. The fear is and kind of with your empathy, because you're just getting emotional. It is like a known fear. But it immediately starts limping off, and like each step, it's a little
I think
more.
that's fair. That like fear of the unknown and fear of a specific thing probably register different.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Yeah. And it starts kind of limping off in the direction of the grove. Clearly, this elk knows where to go if it is injured, and it is towards the grove.
Okay.
But
the only
path-
thing I'll do
Yeah.
is I'll try to communicate to it. I can use diplomacy to try and give it like a command almost.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell it where the direction that we've been heading.
Yeah.
So if it feels more safe going a place that we've already gone and we know it's clear. But not.
So you're giving it the direction. Please return back the other direction where you came from, because we know it's safe there. Mm-hmm. It denies your request and starts heading towards the grove. And you would kind of know that maybe it's that safety or safety plus healing.
Mm-hmm.
And safety plus healing wins out.
That's fair.
Okay. So, party. The elk heads in the direction that you know that Basil was leading you towards, the grove. But thanks to Grung, Okuro, and Bitey, you know that the path that whatever put this trap here is kind of heading a little more towards like the southwest. Southeast. Left, right, who fucking knows?
One of the directions.
The elk party, hang on a second. Let me show the stream. So the party's goal is where I'm pinging. The elk is heading towards like that hex, but the trail is leading towards like this hex. So, party. Is it paused? Why is the... Are you guys showing that the stream is paused? Oh, there we go. Fixed it. I did a thing. Party, what's the plan?
Like before we go anywhere, I'd like to, if I can, meaningfully disable the bear trap now that we basically opened it up.
Not a problem.
Good idea.
Yeah, not a problem. I'm not even going to make you roll for this, Rowan. You have familiar with mechanics, machinery. You've got your improvised pry bar. You can very easily destroy the retaining brackets that keep it from snapping shut.
Yeah, I don't know if we
So-
want to go hauling it off with us because it's kind of a lot to move.
It's
but
a little heavy. Like, it's a miracle that this elk's leg was not immediately ripped off of its body. Like,
Yeah.
this could easily contain a bear. But you break it. So if anyone tries to rearm this trap, it will be impossible.
good enough.
Before we get too far along, Bitey, please smell this trap
Yeah. I'll have a sniff.
and sniff the metal, the rust.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Lick it.
Ignore the blood.
Okay.
All right.
Perception
Look
test,
at-
Bitey.
Now, as we continue along, if you smell anything like that, let
Oh.
us know.
Okay. You don't even need to, Bitey. We'll save that for future perception tests. You memorize the scent. Not a problem. But Bitey, immediately, you already rolled for this. You know that the scent, those who laid this trap, is heading towards like the southeast. That second hex I pinged.
Yeah.
What do you all want to do?
Isn't that the way that we're? Oh no.
You're going towards the
It's
southwest.
the opposite way a little bit.
Yeah.
They're
Well, it's
going
up to y'all.
towards Hammer Glass, correct?
We can check it out if you want.
Moving
or-
a little more towards the Hammerglass logging area.
Maybe they have
I want to
an
go tell
accident.
whoever put this here not to do that anymore.
I'm gonna help. My
Okay.
fists.
And as we track them along, remember, watch out for traps. Smell them.
Mhm, mhm.
Basil, you're leading the way. Are you watching out for traps? Do you know
Yes.
how to Okay. Perception test.
Okay.
He saw one today.
He saw one
I
today.
did see one.
Like, if you see any traps, no, not that one. We saw that one.
Yeah. Oh, that's correct.
24.
Damn.
You easily let's see if I can fucking type. This is gonna be Dan. Dan, roll me a d4.
It's fine.
Dan loses 1d4 limbs to bear traps.
Only one.
Yay!
This is fine. Because Basil, along the trail, you find one additional trap
Hmm.
waiting. And Rowan, once again, you know what to do here. You can easily disable this trap safely.
Awesome.
As you all continue on this path, you find a... Ooh, I hit my headphone cord.
No.
Basil, you did a really good job there. Okay. You come across, as you kind of, this little stream snaking its way through the forest, a camp. And you all would, well, Basil, you initially recognize it as a human camp, not a camp of like denizens of the forest, fey-touched creatures. Nothing like they would do. They've cut trees, they've got a fire going, they've cleared out a spot for themselves. Very unnecessary for dwelling in the forest. And you're following this, and it kind of gives you all the opportunity to look down on this camp. Let me go ahead and pop us over to a different map, and let me click the stream over. Now, stream, if you're curious, The maps that I'm showing and the maps that I
so pretty.
intend to show through the campaign are exclusively by 2-Minute Tabletop.
He's great.
Very great. Not sponsored in any way. I am just a fan because Joe told me about them, and I think he makes great maps. So
Be right back.
He makes a lot too.
Okay. He does. He makes a lot. Like, I haven't had any trouble just fucking going on 2-Minute Tabletop's website and searching for what I need. And so far, I've had no trouble finding exactly what I need. So, not sponsored,
Mhm.
just a goddamn fan.
You
Yeah.
look nice.
So,
Okay.
give me a moment here. I don't have tokens on this, which I should have. I'm just going to put you all kind of back in the corner. Joe, explain to me who Coil is.
Coil is a pet leshy that I have.
Okay.
I haven't really used him yet,
Is that
but
ethical?
part of
I
the
don't
druid thing is that when you're the Leaf Order, you get another leshy as a pet,
Oh, okay.
or as like kind of your familiar. And Coil is a vine, so I picture him as just pretty much always being coiled around like the base
Because
of my
that's how
body.
you kind of did the lifting the dude into the hammock last session.
Yeah. Yeah,
Perfect.
I use him like as an extension of my arms pretty
Okay.
much and just kind of communicate to him.
Is
Perfect.
Noodly
to
Boy
do things
again?
like that.
So, Noodly Boy again. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So looking across, you find this camp, and you spend a moment. I'm just going to put it out on the table. You see that there are 3 very clearly like poachers moving around this small camp. You can see the 3 tents that they would reside in. You can see that there are stacks of pelt. There is a makeshift like wooden smoker that they're using to cure meat. These are humans very clearly in the forest just harvesting creatures for more than they can use to survive. This is very clearly a financial kind of gain for them. And actually, hang on a second, because given my instructions that I provided before, you would all be kind of coming in from this corner.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Knock it off, Tyler.
Can't stay comfortable. Stupid chair.
I know that goddamn feeling.
Well, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Are you going to go give them
oh,
a stern
shit.
talking to?
Exactly.
Are they're what time of day is it?
And not even as a euphemism.
Tyler, go ahead and roll me a d12.
Oh, that's that guy.
It's right around noon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm ever going to be using Coil for combat. I see him more as just kind of like a utility or out of combat.
I can dig that. Yeah.
So a lot of this place is cleared out from any brush and whatnot. Yeah.
Where
Mhm.
you're at, it is still kind of thick, still kind of the brushy.
But the camp,
but the
largely, I mean.
camp itself, yes, absolutely.
So trying to sneak up would be pretty largely
It
unsuccessful.
would be a little tough. It would be a test, but it is
Maybe-
possible.
Round? At least?
I'll sneak up.
I want to at least get close. I want to try to get closer.
As Basil is clearly just going straight for them.
Yeah, Basil
I will
is.
attempt
Yep.
to sneak around.
Yeah, Basil
Yeah.
is marching into camp. So those of you wanting to take
I
a
am.
more discreet approach, please roll me the appropriate tests, and I'll let you pick out what these tests will be. Oh, Grunk.
I'm
that's
just
good.
walking straight up to him. Give him a piece of
nice
my
and-
mind.
Oh, wow.
Hey, those are some good rolls.
Really good rolls.
Now, just something I'll point out, Chuck,
Yes.
is that we can technically use our stealth rolls as our initiatives.
You can. That is a great reminder. I appreciate that, because now that you say that, I'm like, oh yes, that is a thing that exists, but I would have forgot that. So thank you.
Well, that is good to know.
So you all, those of you who rolled stealth, please move your tokens to where you would have stealthed to.
How far is our movement?
We're
Yes,
not worried
so-
about movement here.
I'm kind of wanting to just be in this section of trees
not a
down here
problem
because
at all.
there's that one guy down here by
Yeah,
himself.
not a problem at all.
I'm aiming for somewhere over here
Okay, yeah.
and in this clump right here.
I'm ready to dash between the tents and pounce on somebody.
Very cool. So this is going to turn over. You all stealth. You know Basil's just going in.
Mhm.
So the rest
Easter
of you use this upcoming distraction. You rolled your stealth. You moved where you needed to move. Basil, you march in.
Yes.
And these two here, I mean, like, you're not hiding. These two notice you. This one down here seems to be unaware, not paying attention. I will say, Rowan, you can see that this down here, this more southern human, Rowan, you can see that they've got like tanning racks set up for pelts. Like they got some pelts, they're scraping off the flesh from the skin. You can see under kind of the tent area just bundles and stacks of pelts. Easily 100, 200 unsuspecting woodland creatures killed just for their pelts. So,
I'm leveraging harmlessly cute,
okay.
which is your size and demeanor make it easy for you to convince others that you mean no harm. So, walking up.
So, Basil, these two, as you march in, very business.
Mhm.
These two humans, they get a look at you, and maybe they kind of they take you. They don't take you seriously. They see a very angry little basil plant
Yes.
marching
But
in,
with puppy dog eyes.
very fucking matter of fact, angry. They give a little chuckle. They walk up to you.
Mhm.
You here to season our dinner?
No, you have been hunting in a very bad way. I do not appreciate these traps you're laying around. Hunting is okay, but don't do it in a way where they lay on the ground and suffer for hours. And are any of these other traps like laying around the camp? Do I see any other bear traps?
I'll tell you what. Yeah, you would see that they do have, like a crate, like a wagon, maybe, with some of these traps laid out. You can see some like maintenance stuff. You can see some small little like copper things of like oil. You can see the stakes that they use to secure the chains. Go ahead and roll me 2d12.
Okay. D12 is this 15.
You can see they've got at least 15 more of these traps.
I'm gonna point to those and say, "Can you stop using those? I just found one of your elk, and it was in a lot of pain. It'd been there for a few hours, but he's free now, so it's okay. I already dealt with one."
They kind of look at each other. So, Joe, just above the board, you're not going to be able to convince them to stop trapping.
I know.
But your cuteness, I will say, kind of disarms them.
I'm doing the shameless request thing here.
Yeah.
Which is I can't crit fail on this.
Okay.
It's a diplomacy roll.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that diplomacy roll.
Okay.
And I'll let you know the outcome of this diplomacy roll is immediate hostility. 13.
Yeah.
You would kind of pick up. I don't know if you would. I don't know if Basil would pick up this kind of emotional intent from a human,
Mhm.
But the rest of us probably would.
yeah, they have no intention of stopping. But they think it's funny that this cute little basil plant is here telling them to stop. There was a moment of agitation when you mentioned that you freed an elk.
Mhm.
I'll tell you what. We'll totally stop using these traps, little buddy,
Okay.
little pal. We'll never use them again.
Awesome.
Ever. So, where did this elk? Did you see what direction it went?
I did.
Well, why don't you tell us that, and we'll go catch up with this elk. Now knowing the error of our ways, and we'll like bandage it, and like we'll give it some like we got some like corn.
Oh, no, it's okay. I already healed him.
Already healed him.
I saved you all the trouble already.
Well, you know what? It would make us feel a lot better.
He knows you're sent now too, so he's probably gonna be pretty hard to find.
Well,
And he knows what the bear traps are like.
that makes it even more imperative. Like we would like, and they kind of look and they give each other like a little laugh, like try to conceal it. We would really appreciate. We would like to apologize. What do you got there?
Can I creep up closer, like in between these two tents?
Yeah. What did you get for your sneak roll?
Not great.
You got the 16.
Yeah,
16 is a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, that's fine.
How close can I get with my 23?
You can move a lot closer with your 23.
Well, I'll move up. I don't care if they. I mean, I'm trying to be sneaky. If I'm not, I'm not. But I'll move up.
I'm gonna come like right up to here.
Because
Okay.
if I see one of them, do I see any of these traps?
Yeah,
Are
you
any
see a
of
lot
them-
of these traps. Yeah.
Are any of them open?
No, so these are like in storage maintenance. They're not actively set to capture anything.
That's fine. I have my own trap.
Okay. Your own jaw trap. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Mhm.
But yeah, we want to really apologize. And listen, those of you who can hear things, feel free to pop off this initiative whenever you want. Because if not, I'm going to keep talking
That's
with
kind of what I'm
Basil.
expecting to happen.
Yeah,
now.
kind of
I'm going
fun.
to keep talking with Basil. We really want to apologize to this elk for causing it so much pain. We didn't realize that was happening. So could you
As
lead
they
us
say,
to the
like they
elk?
want to apologize, I get very excited and I say in the druid language, "You can speak wild song." And I imagine they have no. I'm just making like
They
whistling wind
look at
sounds.
between each other as like it's just a rustling of leaves and like the sound of like breeze and birds chirping.
All right.
Like,
When they
this
do that,
little
Chuck,
thing just like nut. Like I don't know what happened.
I do.
What,
But he
was
just
that
goes
the
and
signal,
let-
guys?
and just come pelting
So-
down and chomp the one
Okay,
right here.
so
I mean, that
Bitey,
was the signal in
Absolutely.
Team America. So
this
Yeah.
is what we're gonna
Mhm.
do. I am going to allow. This is a surprise situation. So Rowan, Bitey, Grung, and a Kuro. I'll allow you each a turn. We're going to start with Bitey. Then we'll go Grung. And then we'll 50-50 between Dan and Jake. So Bitey,
Yes.
what are you doing, man? Move your token. Show me what you're doing. Do what you're doing.
I'm charging up and biting this guy after I rage.
What do you got, Joe?
And I was going to do a deception because it says when you're using Shamelessly Cute that you can do deception as your initiative.
Mm.
And my deception's bad. So I feel like that's more fair for how
on
I'm
board.
getting into the fight.
After we do this free round, you'll do that. Those of you, I mean,
Yeah.
Joe will do a deception. Everyone else will be doing stealth for initiative. So Bitey, you
Yep.
run up.
Yep.
Please roll your stuff.
All right. Oh, and I'm ready to kick that on first.
You kick into your barbarian rage. So you're 2 action points down.
I have sudden charge, which lets me
Oh.
move up to twice my speed and attack. If I
Oh, okay.
and yeah, so it
Okay.
works out just fine.
Cool. So you rage. Move,
Charge.
attack. Oh, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Little
Minimum damage.
little light on the damage. Yeah.
A little light on the damage. That's okay.
All right. You run up. So does that expend your points?
Yep, that's it for me.
All right. Grung. Tyler, what do you got, man?
I'm gonna come up behind this guy right here.
Make sure you target them. Click
Is
on
it
their
T,
token,
right?
and then hit T.
Yeah, there
Yep.
we go. Let's see the arrows. I'm gonna come up behind this guy.
Yeah.
And just like gently whisper in his ears, Basil has many friends.
Oh.
Then go for the kidney.
You fucking move. You use an action point to move. Threatening whispers is a free action.
It better
So
be.
you got 2 action points to attack. So yeah, make your first attack.
Let me make sure I use the right attack.
It'll be worthwhile.
Because fist does the d6 damage. Unarmed attack does not.
Ugh.
I did that wrong. I'm so sorry.
How fucking dare you? Roll your attack, man.
Attack first. There we go.
That is a miss by 4.
Yep.
You've got your second swing, unless you want to hero point that.
I'm out of hero points.
Is there any like flat-footed or anything in this system for
John, that's a great question.
Off guard.
There's off guard. Yeah, but it doesn't. It's not like 3 point. It's not like first edition where if they haven't gone yet, they're off guard. It's more like, but if we caught them unawares, yes, they would be off guard.
Yeah. I'm not applying it. I'm giving you all a free round.
That's
So
fine.
so
So since it's the second attack, I have to use the -4, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna use the second attack then.
yeah. Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
19's a hit, man.
Yep.
Alright.
6 damage.
Thanks.
All right. Now that you two have gone, either Rowan or Kuro.
I think I'm fighting someone completely different. So if you want to
You're
just
kind of
finish
across
that up there,
the
that's fine.
stream. So you want Jake to go?
Sure.
I will channel the elements. And since there's not a lot of stuff to catch on fire, I will channel the element of fire for this one.
I like it.
So for the guy who got bit, I will lob an elemental blast of fire at him.
Okay.
God
No
will
offense,
I.
Paizo, but that sounds like the most not fireball I've ever heard.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Here we go.
And
Ah.
4 damage.
And then the guy who got
Did-
punched, I'll shoot one at him.
That was
Okay.
even with the crit damage.
It
Yep.
was. You can see the 2
Dang.
times 1d6.
Elemental blast. Fire.
Oh, dang.
That is a
I'll spend
minus
a-
15.
I'll spend a hero point on that.
Okay. And we were like 15 minutes late into starting, so this would technically be like the start of the second hour. Everyone increase your hero points by 1.
Ooh. See
Oh.
that for later.
Well, I'll spend it.
Okay.
I want to hit this guy. Oh my god. I will
You
not be
wanna
hitting
hit
this
him.
guy.
But it's not
Yeah.
going to happen.
Exactly.
Okay. And that takes us to Dan. Dan, you hear the onslaught of combat up above. You know these people have been kind of taken unaware. What do you want to do?
I mean, we'll start with the regular shenanigans. We'll fire, we'll move, we'll stab,
I like
reload.
it. Absolutely. Please do.
Oh, that looked like it was going to be a 20 at first.
16 is a miss by
So,
3. Do you want a hero
How did I
point?
get that?
we do
I-
have a
I get
couple of bonuses.
Oh, yeah. We do bonuses count as a +1.
I don't think. No, we've only got 2. I don't think that
2.
would work.
That will not clear it. That'll take you
No.
to an
Oh.
18, which is 1 short.
Since this is my best chance to hit him, I'll go ahead and spend a hero point and reroll.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
Much
Hey.
better.
That's it.
Give me that damage. You shoot.
Minimum damage. Good grief.
You deal 2 damage. You charge forward, and you get to attack with your charge forward, right?
Yes,
And I think you and I both moved your token simultaneously.
could be.
Clone yourself.
That's fine. Oh, there we go.
Uh,
14 is a miss by 5.
it is.
Are you
I
going
don't
to
know if I
use your last action point to reroll? Fucking Christ, words. Reload or attack again.
We do have a couple of
Reload would have
rerolls.
happened.
I get to reload by doing a melee attack,
Oh, okay.
but I'm actually going to spend a hero point to reroll that attack. Also.
Sure. Go for it.
I'm being aggressive.
That's
Nice.
a
There
fucking
we
hit,
go.
man. That's a hit. Give me that damage.
Here we go.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I don't know if I have anything else good to do with my. I mean, I can attack again, I guess.
Yeah.
Just see
You
what
fire your
happens.
gun.
That's a miss.
No, no good. So that's all right.
Okay. You have all been added to the initiative track.
Whee.
Those of you who are being sneaky, please use your sneaky for your initiative.
No. Do we have to re-roll it still, or is it our
Uh,
initial roll that we had?
So yes, you will. So next to your initiative, you can change that drop down to what skill you're using.
Yep.
Basil, you get to
Oh,
use
cool. It
deception.
included it.
I don't like that. Can I reroll that?
Absolutely, you can use a hero point to reroll that, or you
Hey.
can use one of our audience purchased rerolls.
It won't let me. Can you like delete it so I can reroll it? It won't let me.
I did bad.
Yeah, give me. Just
Yeah,
a
even
moment.
though I don't really feel like I'm being deceptive in my initiative, I like that like I'm not good at deception. And
Okay.
mechanically I'm like not trying to enter the fight really, but
Sure.
still getting somewhat of a benefit.
Okay. Tyler,
I think
I've
it makes
removed it
sense.
and re-added you. If you want to
Thank you.
change that drop down, roll your initiative.
There he goes.
Yeah.
That's more like it. Oh, I just closed my character sheet.
Don't do that. Oh, that's the wrong fucking thing. There we go. That's the initiative track. I'm getting it set up. The stream can see it just slightly better.
Things awkward by stretching the fight out a little bit.
All right. So, start of initiative, Grung, you did get a
Oh, whoops.
22, so you are up first.
Did you activate your stance?
I have not yet.
Oh,
I
do
will
that.
though. Good reminder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna activate my dragon stance.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I think.
Then there's a little button in the chat.
I don't know how
Oh.
to do those things. Listen to John.
Thank you.
Yep.
I didn't see the chat pop up.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to kick this guy that I'm closest to.
Okay.
You have to shout out dragon kick when you do it.
I think I do.
Dragon kick.
I also have to stand on one leg.
Oh, 23 is a hit.
Dragon punch. Oh my god.
Minimal
Not great
damage.
damage.
Have we done anything that's not
Minimal damage? No.
I think I rolled a 2 last time. I'll go for a second kick.
And for you, a boot to the head.
It's a miss.
And for you, a miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking about this
Oh, that's a
earlier.
critical.
No, well, listen, that's what I was about to get to.
Oh, okay.
Because John
Yeah.
knows what he's fucking doing. So John sends me a message earlier. He's like, hey, Chuck, in the Foundry module for Pathfinder 2, if you go and you make these adjustments, it will include the critical fumble, critical hit cards automatically. And I thought about that. I'm like, I really do appreciate that, John.
Yeah.
Because I would have missed that. I wouldn't have known. But in this instance, my application of the critical hit and critical fumble dice, I do want to be inconsistent based on arbitrary things that I come up with.
Yeah. Perfectly fine.
So it's essentially I'm going to be leveraging the critical hit and critical fumble cards as story kind of dictates.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
A little higher.
I think there's actually an option. One of the options is basically it makes it a button so the player can click it.
Yeah. Oh, so I could say go ahead and hit it. Well,
Yeah.
even still, the results on the card I fuck around with.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
So listen, people watching this who like DMs should not fudge die rolls and results. I fucking do. So fuck you and the cat you wrote in on. Tyler, that is a miss. Anything else?
I think going into my stance took up one of my actions and then 2 kicks.
Yeah, that
So
would have
that's
been
it.
Okay. It is time for a poacher.
Probably a wholesale kick my ass.
Yeah, and it is the one down by you, Dan.
Yes.
You got this, Dan.
So let me go ahead and
He's
target
got
you.
like a roll max damage on a critical hit.
So he is going to have to spend an action point pulling out his club.
Mm-hmm.
First swing, he's going to take. I'm going to take 2 swings at you, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
First swing is a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
And my
Bonk.
damage on that is going to be 10.
It's basically half of my health.
Mhm.
Ow.
And he's going to swing a second time on you.
We're about to have a Dan pelt here soon.
That is a miss.
Uh-huh. We're halfway
Okay.
there.
So yeah, he swings. The second one is a miss though.
I like it
Kuro.
when he misses.
Jake, it's your turn, man.
Alrighty, that guy I really wanted to hit. I'm going to target him with a.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. How do I do a 2-action elemental blast?
You just click on it, I think. Hang on, let me get your character. sheet
Click on
open.
it harder.
Double click on it.
So on your spells,
We're helping.
do you not have spells?
No,
Nope.
How are you doing?
it's an
this?
actual like attack. Can you do a 2-action one?
Maybe
Hang on.
it says I can do 1 or 2, although it does not give me the actual option to do a 2-action one.
Hang on a second, Jake. I got the rules right here. I don't see the thing about 1 or 2. I'm looking at Elemental Blast, 30 foot, burst only. Elemental Injury. Oh, this is a fucking level 5 spell? Jake, are you making up things?
You might not have access to it. Let me look.
Let's see. This will be falling under your fire
Oh,
gate.
if you make it a 2-action elemental blast, you get a bonus to your damage equal to your con modifier.
So, yeah, I would have to hit anyway.
Yep.
Okay, I'll just roll the attack.
Okay.
Let's see if I hit.
18 is a miss.
I will
by
spend
1.
a bonus to make that
All right.
happen.
Someone
Nice.
please update it. Are you attacking this one a little more towards the north or towards the south?
By the one towards the south.
Okay. So the one by Tyler.
By Grunk. Yeah.
All right. 19 is a hit.
Now, if I click damage, does that work? There we go.
It'll just, I don't know if it'll work, but if not, I can just manually enter the difference.
There we go. Seven total.
Nice.
Okay. And that's including your bonus.
That's including the mod. Yep.
Okay. I've got it recorded.
Alrighty. Then for my second action, I'll just shoot a one action bolt
Okay.
at him.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
21, not a crit. Good good hit. All that damage. Good damage.
5.
All right. Anything else there, Jake?
That's it for me.
All right. We're gonna go over to Jurg.
All right. I am going to bite him,
Yeah.
hopefully. Or
You
not.
missed by 6.
Yeah, I'll spend a hero point to
Okay.
reroll.
Okay.
Do, do, do.
You did
Yeah,
worse.
they're just a lie for me. All right, so I missed with my bite. I will then try to slap him with my tongue.
Mm.
It's not being a good night.
No nibbles, no tastes.
No nibbles, no taste. And yeah, I'll try to slap him with the tongue again.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, there you go.
fucking go.
On my screen, it's up on its edge, and
Oh,
it's
yeah?
between an 8 and a 20, which is fine.
Holy
Oh, that's
crap!
Awesome
God.
fucking damage.
Slap the crap out of him.
And then whap!
He is still up, but
I
you
figured, yeah.
fucking tongued the shit out of him.
All right, that's it for me.
All right. Next up. Which deck is this? It's the guy by Grung. You know what? He's going to draw his club. I'm going to do the same thing, targeting you there, Tyler.
Okay.
He draws
I'm
his
just
club.
a little old basil plant.
You are.
are.
You're so deceptively cute and disarming.
You're so adorable.
First attack is a miss. Second attack.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, I'll tell you what.
Ooh.
I do like this. Tyler, give me a number.
A number?
Between 1 and 10.
Okay. 4.
Ooh, okay. He swings, he fucks up. He drops his weapon.
Ooh.
He no longer has a club. All right. Basil.
Okay. Of these two, did I see either of them get hit?
The one up by Bitey is definitely very fucked up.
Okay. I'm gonna go after him.
Sure.
I'm gonna say they lied as I gouging claw them.
Oh, nice.
Where's that at? It's my spells. One of these is spells. Gouging claw. And I'm gonna do piercing.
Okay.
This is one of my little leaves.
Cool.
Stabs into him.
Go ahead and roll that shit.
Roll the
So it's
attack.
2 actions to activate Gouging Claw. Is that correct?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
24 is a
Nice.
hit.
Sweet.
Here, give me that damage. So,
Yeah.
Damage rolls are so bad tonight.
But
listen,
he's taking 2 points of persistent bleed. That's pretty good.
doesn't matter because
Nope.
that is the exact amount, Basil, to drop this motherfucker.
Nice.
Okay.
Anything else, Basil?
No. Well, actually, I mean, we have 3 actions, right?
It did.
So-
Yeah. So your piercing claw.
Am I allowed to do 2
or Gouging Claw did
cantrips
too.
if I
Yeah,
have
as
actions?
long as you've got
Is there
enough
any-
action points.
Yeah, Gouging Claw takes 2 actions.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because I've also
Yes,
got
you are
guidance.
you are allowed to do multiple cantrips.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Same
I'm gonna
5th edition.
do. I'll do guidance on Brunk
Okay.
I target him. Does it?
I don't know.
I don't know how to do
works.
that.
You can double right click to target. I think anybody.
You would click on him and hit T. So we'll just manually remember that. Guidance, supernatural, grunk.
Mhm.
I need to change your shit, man. It's fucking me up.
1 plus bonus to attack, skill, saving throw. Okay.
Yeah, you just get a +1 on the next thing that you do, basically.
Nice. Thank you.
No
Yeah.
problem.
So after that, it does take us down to Rowan.
Needs to put out a lot of damage this turn, I think. I'll try to stab him.
I believe in you.
I don't.
You didn't do it. That
Mm-mm.
Guns reloaded. You could shoot him.
0 point.
you
It
can hero
is,
point it.
but I need to hit him so that I don't impose. I actually have to hit him with the melee attack, or he gets to do things if I shoot at
Hero
him
point?
up close. I only have 1 left.
You get 1 every hour.
I know, and I've already used 2.
Got a couple rerolls.
We do have some banked rerolls.
All right, maybe I'll take one of our banked
Thank
rerolls.
you.
Yeah, I'm
to
fine
our
with that.
very good and kind audience. Make sure someone updates that because I'm
I
not.
am.
Thank you, Jake.
Gosh, that die
13,
rolled around
it's-
so funny.
It's a miss by 6.
Yeah, I'll probably just die down here. I will attempt to melee him again.
Okay. That is right, Griff.
And miss.
That is a miss by 4. Okay.
I-
Anything else, Dan?
I will attempt to melee him a 3rd time.
You got it. I believe in you. Fingers crossed.
There's nothing else to do, but nothing at all.
Oh.
Okay. Not worried about the crit right now. So that is going to bump us up to Grung.
All right. Which one is the one that died? The one next to me or the one north of me?
The one by Bitey.
The one by Whitey
John.
died.
The
Okay.
one in front of you is still up.
The one that's in front of me, I'm gonna give him a big old grapple.
Oh, I like it. So this is opposed strength.
Is it strength or athletics?
Athletics. That's what I meant.
I'm not. How am I not? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. I have a +4 and I'm untrained.
Because that's just
You
your
got him
raw
grappled,
strength.
man.
This is my primary stat. Yeah. And then I'm gonna squeeze.
Oh, okay.
Let me make sure I read the feat correctly.
Please do. This is
Crushing grab. I deal bludgeoning damage. With a successful grapple, I can deal bludgeoning damage equal to strength modifier. So my strength modifier is +4, so I do 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I squeeze in real tight.
I will apply 4 damage.
And then I'm just going to keep a hold of him. I
Okay.
don't know how many points that takes up, but I'm just going to keep a hold of him.
Okay, not a problem, man.
Maybe whisper more creepy things into his ears.
Oh, I like it. All right.
Let the forest embrace you.
All right. So after Grunk's turn. Oh, there's the music finally kicking in. Dan,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make 3 attacks against you.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if you roll max damage again.
Swing number 1. That is a miss. Swing number 2. That is a miss. And finally, swing number 3. Critical miss. Dan, give me a number between 1 and 10.
Oh, I was gonna say, we just are both over here, swinging near each other. We don't actually want to fight.
Hey there, Oak.
One of those movie fights.
Yeah, it's one of those movie fights. We're actually like 6 feet apart from each, 6 feet apart
Yeah.
from each other. But if you look at it from straight on, it looks like we're really going at it.
If you do the over the shoulder shot,
Yeah.
it looks very intense.
Dan, roll me a d8.
Or again.
He misses But the momentum of his miss does move him away from you.
Okay. That might be good for me in this case.
Could be. Jake, what do you got, man?
Now I can shoot him.
You can. And if he wants to attack you, he has to use an action point to move up to you.
Let's see. How many action points would it take for me to move on to the other side of this cart here?
What's your movement speed?
What is my movement?
Oh,
speed?
just
Probably
moving to the
25.
other side of the cart is 1 action point.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
I'll do that
close.
then.
Yeah.
And looking in the direction of the gunshot I heard earlier.
Down south.
Let me check with my ruler here real quick. That is either just within or just without range.
So, and I will mind you, what's your movement is what, 30 or 25?
25 probably.
25.
So you've used like 10 feet of your movement, so you can move a little farther south.
Yeah, all right, I'll do that.
Okay, that should put you in range then.
All right, now that he is in range, I'll go for a 2-action blast on him.
Save me from my horrible decision making.
I'm afraid I will not be saving you today.
15
Are they
is a
hero
miss.
points?
I do not have any more hero points.
Okay. You gonna use a bank or one of our rerolls? Our last reroll?
I
Do
might
it.
as yeah. If I can hit this guy.
I believe in you.
I really like
Fire!
Ah,
fuck.
Damn right.
Jake, number
Nice.
between 1 and 10.
8.
Anyway, I was saying I really like this song that we've got playing because it reminds me a lot of like Audio Slave, that Chris Cornell.
Excuse me.
Ooh, okay. Roll me your damage, your critical damage there.
Oh my god, max damage.
Nice.
So apparently, this
Save
fucker is allergic to magical energy. So they're going to take an additional D8 damage.
Oh,
So
I like the sound of that. 7.
Nice.
Ooh,
That's a 25-point hit.
that fucking kills him, man.
hooray!
Wow.
I really just came down here because I didn't want him to like run away and go get more people.
Success. Bitey, what do you got, man?
Well, there's only one left, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move on up
Yeah, action point to move up.
and give him a chomp.
Absolutely. Nah,
Well, time to slap him around with the tongue.
you can do it. I believe in you.
I
There we
can.
go.
I can do it.
6 damage.
That's it for me.
All right, this fucker is up still. It is his turn. He is not a complete dumbass. He's gonna dump all of his actions.
I'm grappling him.
Oh, you are. Son
He's
of
gonna
a
have to beat me
biscuit.
first.
Well,
Nice.
he's gonna give a test to try and break out.
So, yeah. So
Yeah.
the way that works is that guy needs to do an escape check, which can be athletics or acrobatics, and it goes against Tyler's fortitude DC.
Tyler, what's your fortitude DC? 10 plus your
10 plus-
fortitude number.
18.
Okay.
Good lord.
That might hold him.
No. No.
He
not
breaks
quite.
free.
Rolls a
so-
17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He uses
still,
an action
Damn.
point.
He still has to use an
Still
action
burns an
point to get
action.
out.
yeah.
Let's see. God damn it. Let's zoom in. Because I have numbers. And he's gonna run away from you all. He breaks free and he fucking books it. That's his entire turn. Taking us to Basil.
Okay. Rowan's hurt, so I'm gonna move towards him and heal him.
Okay. So you, what's your movement speed?
25.
So you can get like right on the bank of this little stream with 1 AP.
Okay. I'm probably gonna move. Oh god, why are there two of me?
Because I moved you and you moved you.
How do undo fix
Are you gonna move again?
or refresh?
Okay. I'll stop clicking on your token.
Just wait for him to wait to see the dot move towards this token, Chuck, and just grab it. Same time he does, he can do it again.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna move kind of more this way because I think Rowan's gonna move this way too. So
Okay.
I'll anticipate his movement.
Okay.
Just
So
give
that's
me a slap
an
on the ass
AP.
as I run by you.
Are you gonna use the 2 AP heal?
Gives it a range of 30 feet, does
Yeah.
more.
It does. I can use multiple movements to
Yeah.
move though, or multiple actions to move.
Yeah.
You have 3 actions,
Because
whatever you want.
Yeah.
which does battle
Like-
battle medicine's only 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Action.
If you're doing battle medicine, that is a range of touch.
Yeah. So that's what I want to do. I'm gonna move up on him and do that 1 action then.
Okay. Yeah.
Treat wounds. I think it's this one.
I don't know
I
the
am
rules.
going to hero point that.
Okay. Oh.
I am going to hero point that.
Okay. It's a good idea.
I don't know why it's rolling those.
Because if you fuck up, you hurt him.
If you fuck up bad.
But you didn't
Yeah.
fuck up bad. So Dan, click on your token and click that apply healing.
Yay!
All right.
Damn.
That is
Almost all my health back.
Basil's turn, which does take us to you,
Yep.
Dan.
I guess I'm gonna move twice, which I only get to move 25, so I'll get
You
to
are
about
tiny.
there. So that'll
Okay.
at least remove the range penalty.
Yeah.
Try to shoot him one time.
Absolutely. Make sure you target him.
Fired.
Oh,
And it didn't miss.
that is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that damage.
It would need 2 more to be critical, right?
Yes, a 29 would be critical in this situation.
We have 2 boosts.
You
That's
only have one.
only a
Dang.
one.
No, I used one earlier.
Dang.
Yeah, I used one earlier.
That's
Sorry.
But listen, this guy's pretty low on health, so your regular damage may be able to do the trick.
Is 2 enough to kill him?
Give me your damage, man.
That's better than
Ooh,
2.
6.
Hooray!
That is lethal.
Yeah.
Yay! I contributed finally.
As the last of these poachers goes down, you are in their camp. Plenty of unsprung traps, smoking meats, pelts. You've killed them. Combat's over.
We did it.
Okay.
We won.
We're good guys again. Probably.
I think so.
Allegedly.
that sounds right.
They were very mean.
Yeah.
Do
Now
we
what?
just pile all their camp together and get things that are useful and burn the rest?
Oh, I like that idea.
Or we could just let the forest have them. After
We could let the forest have it.
Well, I mean, like the pelts and stuff, if they belong to the other people, they'll probably come get them to sell them.
Yeah, and if we sell them, we have pure hearts. So,
Or if we
that's
just
good.
get rid of them, you know.
But,
well,
but
I
the-
mean,
They
I'm
don't take
sure
very
that
long to decompose.
Good. Or
Okay.
I've got as many as I can carry, and I'm just
don't
going
some of
off
your
into the
people
forest
also
and
use
distributing
pelts
them.
for things.
Yeah.
Like a
But
blanket.
Basil's got a
If you
stack
just
of,
throw
like,
them out in the
5
forest, that's
pelts,
fine.
just-
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Or just toss them
Hammers
out
made
to
out of
compost
pelts.
them.
Yeah, that's like I said, take things that we can use first and then destroy the
All right,
rest.
so Basil, I'm going to say, like, what's your strength score, Basil?
It's bad. It's 0.
All right, 5. You distribute
Yeah.
5.
I'm not stopping other people from doing things with them, but that's what I'm
We're
spending
gonna say
my
there's
time.
like, ooh, I didn't. Let me give me a second. I don't like that number. Easily like 80 pelts here. Basil
Okay.
has destroyed of like 5 of them. So once again, there is pelts. There is reserved meats, like smoked meats.
That'd probably be good to take with us, just
Dead
because we need
bodies?
to eat.
the meat at least is.
does anyone want a tent?
There are tents.
I've heard those are nice to sleep in.
They were
There are only 3 tents here, right?
correct.
That are like for sleeping.
For sleeping, yeah. There are these, they were armed with clubs, short bows, padded armor.
Is there any sort of identifying like these are with hammer or not hammer glass, but with the trading company or?
Well, let's do a test there to figure that out. I think this will be a society test.
I'm good at society tests.
Oh shit!
I think
I'm pretty sure Bitey is. Bitey is a master of society.
I am a master. Somehow, despite being an orc, I have a +6 in society.
Well, Grung,
Is
give me a
this
society
urban or
test.
common?
Okay,
It better
Grace.
be if it's mercantile.
Good job, Jake.
Is it mercantile?
Yeah, it is. Give me a society test there, Tyler.
Oh yeah, I know everything.
Nice.
They
Yeah.
are very clearly hammerglass poachers.
I'm gonna burn their corpses.
Yeah, sure.
Animals don't like burned meat. You at least give me hand. I want to nibble.
You can have a nibble. You want an arm? You can have a whole arm.
In fact, nibble as much as you like. If they find the burned remains and they're partially chewed, they won't know
find-
what to think.
That is a
I
good
will-
point. If they find bird remains, they'll know that someone killed them and tried to cover it up. If we just eat them, then they think animals got them.
Or we could let
Guns.
actual animals get them.
Yeah, I am
As I'm
saying.
dragging one of the bodies into the forest.
Jesus.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, let's not burn anything. Let's just distribute it to the forest.
So
Bitey will just grab like an ankle and just start dragging a body into
I might take
in a
one of
random
those
direction
padded
of the
armors
woods.
off one of them, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
go for it, man.
Yes.
Just pull it out from the compendium.
Think I could probably wear that under the cloak?
Yeah,
Wearing what?
I don't see why not.
Padded
Padded
armor?
armor
Yeah.
under an armored cloak.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking cloak. Yeah, it's designed to go over things.
Then I'll have slightly more AC.
I'll start collecting the traps and then I'll just throw them into the little
Oh,
ravine.
Maybe I can't.
Oh,
The system
yeah.
will not let me wear them both.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Well, if the system says no, that's by the rules. Yeah, not
Spend
a
a little
problem.
bit of time to put out their fire too.
Yeah. Okay. Bodies are dragged out into the forest. Traps are thrown into the water.
Oh, wait,
Tent's
wait.
broken down. Yeah.
I grabbed the one that, at least one of the ones that has burn marks on it. Actually, all three of them, and we should just, I'll drag them through the fire pit to help put it out, but also then it looks like they fell in the fire pit and explains the burn marks that might be there.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
That's good.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go. They have money.
Let's.
We like that and can use it. And the forest doesn't need money.
Wait, was that the shiny clinky thing? I think I ate the shiny clinky thing.
Oh.
Oh, tummy feels.
That was
heavy.
either money or a bullet.
Give me a moment here.
I kind of eat all the things.
Yeah. I mean, I like bugs. I can't really poo-poo anyone's diet.
Those bugs are great. I love bugs.
They really are, aren't they?
They're so good.
You find a nice grub.
Oh, yeah. Dragonflies, flies, mosquitoes.
Oh,
I eat a lot
yes.
of mosquitoes, unless they're the big ones. The big ones are scary, but they're tasty.
Now, how big are we talking here? Like, big?
Yeah. Real big.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'll leave those for you, absolutely.
I like all the aphids climbing on my body.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite bugs.
So when he's asleep, we can.
Dan,
we'll talk
altogether you
about it.
find 30
Yeah, yeah.
gold.
Yeah, I need that. Buy stuff. I might even share with everybody.
Okay. Griffin, thanks for hanging out.
If anybody
enjoy the
actually
mod.
wants
We'll catch you
money.
later.
I feel like half of the party here is not interested in money, though. Ironically.
We will be when we need something.
Yeah.
Keep your
Put
purse
me,
on hand.
put me in a town full of rubes, and I'll have all the money I need.
Guns are expensive, it turns out.
It
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
So, you loot, you disperse, you hide this camp. What's next? Are you back on the original plan heading to the Grove?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Did Aster have anything to say?
She didn't. Like, she would have approved of this. As you all are traveling along. Did I not import this? Oh, maybe I didn't.
Have you not been recording, Chuck?
No, we have been, and that's
Oh.
fine. That's only a real problem with Pathfinder. No, I had a map that I needed to bring in that I purchased from 2 Minute Tabletop. But I forgot to fucking upload it into the thing.
That's
Oh.
what
Oops.
That's fine. I've got it. Let me grab it real quick. Let's go here. We'll go map assets. 2 minutes.
Look at Chuck being determined and getting it in there. I'd have just been like, I forgot, and my ADHD prevents me from being able to process how to do that right now. So we're just gonna
Ugh.
theater of the mind this.
It should. That's what we're gonna have to do because I didn't even extract the fucking thing.
Money well
Amazing
spent.
how when something does not go according to plan in my head, like suddenly it all goes away.
So
In lieu of a map, guys, we're gonna use
as
our imagination.
you all are traveling,
Imagination.
That was the plan, though.
you come across these ruins, these old low ruins, multiple buildings made of stone, long since collapsed, covered over with ivy. And I'll tell you, I'm gonna give it to Basil right off the bat. Aster seems uncomfortable here. But Give me a second here. Is that right? Oh, this looks right.
Chuck, I just want you to know that because of your whole talking about the Sacred Deer movie, and then Aster comes here and feels uncomfortable, and that's like there's a thing going on in my
That's
head.
the plot
and
of
it's your
the
fault.
Sacred Deer. Aster feels uncomfortable.
The sacred elk.
Here we go. This is what you come across. So-
Look at all these ruins.
And that is also putting us at time.
Dun dun time.
So, next week, we will pick up on the path to the Druid's Grove as you all come across these ancient ruins. Multiple buildings, stone foundation of walls, the wooden roofs and shit have long since broken down. Yeah. That's what we got. We're going to wrap it
Okay.
here. Anyone want to plug anything?
Go to our Discord. It's the place where we hang out and memes, frogs, games, things. We talk about stuff.
That
Tell
sounds
us
nice.
about your favorite shitty movie.
That's right.
Ooh, yeah.
We have a whole channel for it.
And why
We
is it
do, in
Snowpiercer?
Oh, shit.
Or
Oh,
come share your
my.
opinions on why Joe is stupid about Snowpiercer.
Or check out our capitalism,
Oh my gosh, it's getting heated
channel.
here all of a sudden.
which is either where we complain about capitalism or we go, here's this thing that you can spend your money on.
Yes, it goes both ways.
It looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually dice.
Damn capitalism, I'll take 5.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money. Nah.
Yeah, that's it. So we are scheduled for more Pathfinder on Sunday, which then will be released throughout the weeks. Sadly, April's not feeling well, so it's going to kind of hinge on April.
Yeah.
No pressure, April.
She doesn't do recordings.
Yeah. Wednesday, we'll be back for more Night Below. We are kind of moving into the final chapter. I was on a business trip, and I'm like, in the evenings for this business trip, I'm going to do Night Below prep. You know what I didn't do? Any fucking prep because I didn't bring my goddamn laptop charger.
Oh, that's high on the oopsie whoopsie category.
Yeah. Yeah, so Wednesday will be Night Below, hopefully. And then next Friday, we'll be back for more of this and figure out what the fuck's going on with these runes. Anyone else got anything to throw out there?
That's why I always buy another laptop charger that never leaves my backpack.
Well, here's the thing, Joe. My laptop came with its own barrel charger, right?
Mhm.
But it can also charge off USB-C.
That's why barrel charger should be a sin.
They
should
fucking
be.
are a sin. Fuck barrel chargers. But as I've had this laptop, it's a new laptop to me. I needed a good laptop because I needed something that I can use to write Teenage Odyssey in my next game. And when I do that writing, I sit on the couch next to Ashley. We have our center console. Ashley has her USB-C charger plugged into that console. And I'm like, hey, my laptop charges off USB-C. I'll just bring one of my high wattage cell phone USB-C chargers. It's not strong enough for my fucking laptop.
Yep.
Fuck. So I had chargers for it. They just weren't strong enough because I'm a dum-dum.
I have been on a waiting list to buy another power adapter for my laptop for like 6 months now because apparently MSI just doesn't make them.
Oh, that sucks. Is it a specialty or what?
It's a 240 watt power adapter.
Oh,
and it's
Is it a
got, like,
USB-C
little-
plug or
It's not. The USB-C can only deliver 100 watts.
it's like my work laptop, which is like a funky little magnetic strip charger.
Mine's like a
Oh,
mine's
yeah.
like a rectangle thing that plugs in.
The
but
Surface tab,
Oh,
or like
it's
the
like a
Surface
Lenovo?
laptops use
Is
that
it a
weird
Lenovo?
magnet one.
It's not. It's like the Lenovo connector though.
Okay.
But apparently MSI just doesn't make chargers to sell to anybody.
That's poopy. Buy it on Amazon.
Well, The only way I can buy it on Amazon is if I buy some third-party knockoff, and it's just like, I don't know if I really
Just-
want to do that.
Just
or
run it
not.
through a
If
good
you-
power strip.
And if you're still here, if you come to the Discord, you can hear more exciting.
More exciting
Some more
griping about
discussion.
forgotten charges.
Yeah, that's
I
it
just
exactly.
posted something exciting in capitalism.
You
Oh,
did.
So
shit.
come join us.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, that's a good time. Let's fucking get out of here. So until we see you again, fucking Jake, you used to have something about chicken grease.
What?
Let's not bring his personal life into this.
It was something like something.
I don't know
something
what you're talking
chicken
about, and
grease.
I'll
Maybe it
pretend
was
to
someone
not know
else.
what I'm.
Dip
showered
dip
today.
potato chip, you motherfuckers. We'll see you later.